What's happening, Hammers? Dan Lawless here, West Ham Fan TV, and I've just got in from Cardiff away. And yeah, I just thought I'd sum up my thoughts of the game because I wasn't really going to do this. You know, I've interviewed a lot of people, so I had a lot of chat with a lot of people, and haven't really given my thoughts of the game. But I've just been sort of just boiling up, just fuming about it, and just needed to vent and get it off my chest because it was awful. Like, you know, I spent an absolute fortune today. I must have spent like 200 quid. It's not a fortune to some people, but you know, it's a lot of money. 200 quid is nothing to sniff. I'm a roundabout way. It's about 200 quid. You know, and yeah, went all the way. Got up early, same as everyone else. Went down there, had a bird shit on me, which must have been a sign of things to come. People were telling me it's good luck, but it weren't. But, you know, as I said on Twitter, I had a bird shit on me. Then we got shat on by the bluebirds. And I don't know why I say, like, I'm about to say I can't believe what I saw, because I've seen it so many times. I should have been expecting this. I thought, you know, right, we're going to get a bit of consistency. We've got Lanzini back. We can start hitting a bit of form. But every single time we seem to get somewhere. You know, like I said, our home form's decent. We play against one of these teams that are struggling, and you know, and the teams that we feel like we should be picking up points, and we need to pick up points if we want to get 7th, and we aren't even in the races. We aren't even in the races. You know, I just sat there and watched it, and we pretty much had nothing. And I've seen it so many times. Pass, lose the ball. Every single time. It's like, you know, I interviewed someone earlier, I can't remember who it was, but it might have been Dom, and just said no ideas. We have no ideas. And that's pretty much it. We have no fucking ideas. I'm really trying not to swear here. You know, I'm not failing, but we have no clue. It's like we sit there and you go, right, I'll pass it to you. And then they've get the ball. I don't know what to do with it. I'll pass it back to you, and I'll pass it to you. And they just keep passing it because there's no, it's like there's no intelligence. None of our players have any, that football brain to say, and that cohesion to know what each other's doing, to make, someone makes a run, put the through ball in, you know, take a shot outside the box. And one person I don't want to ever see taking a shot outside the box ever again is Michail Antonio. I am so sick of that geezer, right? Every single time the ball comes to his feet, he gets an idea in his head and he smashes it into Rosed. Every single time. You think you would learn by now. You cannot shoot from outside the box because you're nowhere near, mate. You need to be in that box, ball comes to you, and, you know, it's on your head, and you stick it in the back of the net. You know, none of this shooting outside of the box. And the thing is, I was calling from starting, he should have started. The thing is, Antonio's great at getting the ball down the wings, taking on players, you know, making a nuisance of himself and making runs and things like that. But every single time the ball comes to his feet, he needs to just pass it to someone else, because his shots are horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Someone needs to pull that up with him in training. He needs to be working on that. You know, we've said so many times again, you know, Scott's identified, you know, he's not got his head over the ball. He's leaning back, which is causing him to blast it into Rosed. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Hernandez. I'm sorry, like, look, I was buzzing when Hernandez came to this club. I was defending him, but we're not the team for him. He does not fit in. He offers absolutely nothing. He pretty much just hangs around at the top of the pitch, waiting for something to look like it's going to happen and try and get into position and wait for the ball to, you know, land perfectly in his feet. And that's the thing. Like, say whatever you want about Arnautovic. When he came on, you know, he wasn't the Arnautovic we'd seen, you know, under Moyes and, you know, the first half of the season, this season before, or the madness. He's not that Arnautovic. However, he still offered a lot more than Hernandez, and we were better when he came on. We weren't great, we weren't good, but we were better when he came on. So, you know, because he can, you know, play off of other players. You know, he can link up, he can pick up the ball from deep. He can take players on. he has so much more to his game. Why are we not starting him? We know Hernandez from all the clubs he's played. He's not a lone striker. We know it for all the time he's been here. Like he did play up there with Arnautovic, but still didn't look like he was offering much. I just don't think our style of football really suits Hernandez. I really don't. We should have started Arnautovic and Antonio. It's just simple. We should have. But do you know what else I'm sick of as well? The players, right? And I said this to Dave Walker in our review, about the fact of the past, a few games now, the players, Zabaleta, Antonio, have come out and identified complacency is an issue. Us, putting a performance against the big boys and then rocking up to one of the smaller teams and thinking we've won the game before a ball's kicked. They've identified that. They know that's an issue. So why hasn't it been addressed? Why are they not going to Cardiff, knowing that they're fighting and playing the same way that you would play against a Man City or a Liverpool? I don't understand it. I don't understand the mentality there in this, that you can address a problem but still make the same mistakes every single time. It's so frustrating, and as well, like ex-employee said on the interview tonight, it's always been a West Ham thing, is to rock up to the big boys and beat them, put in performance, and then just get turned over by the lesser teams that we should be beating. And I don't understand it, because we've had new owners, several new managers, so many new players. How can the bloody team change so many times, but it still have the same mentality? It's like Trigger's broom, where it's had like 7 new handles and 5 new brushes, and he still recognises it as the same broom. How can that be? I don't understand it. This mentality that seems to be ingrained into the club. I just want a bit of consistency. I just want us to go from week to week, go on a bit of a run. I mean, it's not just us, Everton are up there. It seems like no team really wants 7th. And I know a lot of West Ham fans, don't really want Europa League. We've sort of been burnt 2 times from that league before. And at the same time, I just want us to finish as high as possible in the table and do as well as possible, because it helps us attract better players. It's good to be in Europe. Whether, you see it as, an extra competition, an extra few games to play, it's good. I think Pellegrini would do better than Bilic did in Europe. But it's evident, it's absolutely evident we've got deadwood in this team that we need to clear out. It's evident that we've got a lot of new players to bring in. This £25 million budget, I got to have a chat with X about it. He's saying that that's accurate. The £25 million budget is probably accurate. And it's based off of, obviously, anything we get rid of, we can add to that. We've got a lot to get rid of. But also, if we was to just let players go on a free, but free up wage books, then we could bring in additionals, because our wages are horrendous. Like when you look at the likes of Hernandez, Carroll, Perez is probably on pretty high money. Flipping Arnautovic is probably on really high money. Wilshere, so we've got a lot of players on a lot of money. But we've got a lot of players to leave. So it's just, but the thing is, here's the thing: we're going to get rid of a load of players in the summer, bring a load of players in, and then we have to gel all these new players in. We have to bed all these new players, and that's what I wanted: stability going into the next season. Stick with the same manager, same style, and a very core group of players with 1 or 2 additions. But now, because we've got so much deadwood to clear out, it's like Pellegrini's going to need like 3 summers to really get to where he wants to get. And like I say, he's not perfect. He is frustrating, but I do like that he does give the youth a chance. He's done an amazing job on that. And still, top 10 is a good season for me. From where we've been at the past few seasons, top 10's a good season. I'm just frustrated, the consistency. The players that we have, we're better than what we're doing, than what we're actually producing. So I don't know. I just wanted to come and get off my chest. Usually, you know, I'm not one to really rant and rave and type of thing. But after today, you know, I've just done it so many times, you know, made these trips and seen that this season, and just lackluster, just pathetic, apathetic performances. And that's what it was. It was pathetic. And losing to this, and I stood in that stadium, right, and I looked around, and just the amount of empty seats at that Cardiff stadium, it must have been like 70% full for a small ground like that, which, you know, was ridiculous. And to lose to a team like that, and we're not even just to lose, it's not even lose, it's actually just to roll over to a team like that, to roll over. Look, we're no you know, Champions League team, but we should be putting a performance in. We should be giving them a run for our money. And if they nick it, and if they were the better team on the day, and we've fought, then so be it. But I thought that was ridiculous. And as well, you know, one thing I hate about their team, their players, right, were absolutely pathetic. Falling on the ground all the time, rolling around, laying there, waiting for the flipping physio, wasting time. Obviously, look, they're battling for their lives down there to stay in the Premier League. These are tactics that they obviously feel that, you know, they want to use. Maybe Warnock's told them to do it. But as an opposition fan, it's frustrating when you're chasing the game and people are just dropping like flies on the opposition team and breaking up the game. And, you know, when we're on the attack. But again, that's no excuse. We were absolutely shocking. The fans that went down, and we don't deserve that. And the players, like Mike said tonight on the fan cam, should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. They better, literally, honestly, put in an amazing performance against Huddersfield, smash them. And I tell you how they make up against this, beating Tottenham at their new stadium. That's the only way they make this better. Beat Tottenham at their new stadium. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. Check out all the fan cams. Yeah, I'm going to go and obviously upload this and try and just enjoy the rest of my Saturday, salvage whatever I can, and hopefully nothing else goes wrong. So thank you guys so much, and we go again. Come on, you irons.